Cleveland, Ohio's Quicken Loans Arena, home to the NBA champion Cavaliers, will be the site of UFC 203 on September 10th. A month before the Cavs claimed their league's title, Cleveland local Stipe Miocic won the UFC heavyweight championship.
Oh, that's it! It's all over! Stipe Miocic!
And brought the belt back home.
Cleveland, we got champion, baby! Yeah, man, winning that belt and bringing back Cleveland's been everything. Probably 2 days after the fight, I got to beat Pete with the Indians. It was a good time. I actually had a home run, which was pretty neat. Courtside, the Cavs game.
Make some noise for the new UFC heavyweight champion of the world!
I'm pumped to let you know that my first title defense is going to be right here in the land. That's right. UFC's coming to Cleveland for the first time ever. Got to meet the Browns players, get with them in practice, meet the coach, Hugh Jackson.
It's now called World Champ, and that's what we're after.
You guys got this. Let's keep working hard. Then I got to be in the parade, which was like crazy huge. I had so much going on, but it's awesome, you know? It's great to be recognized. See the champions right now. We've been so close for so many years. Just all happened at once. Finally.
Miocic had the opportunity to break Cleveland's curse this past May, but it would not be easy. He would take on Fabricio Verdun, who was starting to be discussed as the greatest heavyweight of all time in his home country of Brazil. For the third time in 2 years, Miocic would face an opponent in his homeland. But this time, the fight would take place in a sold-out soccer stadium.
You know, Verdun's a super tough guy. You know, he's fought the best in the world. He's beat the best in the world. He's one of the top heavyweights of all time. Walking in the Curitiba with 45,000 Brazilians, you know, speaking Portuguese, telling them to die, always a good time.
The largest crowd in Brazilian history, all here to watch their heavyweight champion.
You have to be able to tune it all out and get rid of all the fears and anxiety and angst and anything that you have. We always just say the task at hand, and that's what we focus on, and that's what he does.
Here we go!
This day I'm the strong survivor. Ain't no one strong beside me. Waited in the longest line for the longest time. Now this moment's mine.
Miocic is very dangerous in the first round. Huge power in his hands.
Take no sick days, that's how I was raised. Mama taught me how to be a man.
Oh, that's it! It's all over! Stipe Miocic is the new UFC heavyweight champion! I'm a world champ!
I do work on stepping to the right and punching backwards, and you know, hit him a good right hand and ended the night early for me, and now I got the belt wrapped around my waist. I remember just jumping over the cage and telling my coach we did it. Then I think kind of just went blanked out and just I'm the world champ. I'm a world champ!
Stipe's career has been awesome, but I think it's just starting. It's gonna be hard to take that belt from him.
It feels like destiny. It's been an amazing career. There's so many stories out there. When I started to train and compete, I was like 14 years old, and I never thought I would become a world champion. My dream at that time starting, I wanted to fight in Japan.
By age 24, Alistair Overeem had more than 20 career fights and got a chance to compete in the renowned Pride Grand Prix.
I was beating superstars, beating Vitor.
And he taps out! Vitor Belfort is forced to tap out in the first round. Alistair Overeem records the victory. Very nice takedown there by Overeem.
I was beating Igor Vovchanchyn. These are, to me, big idols.
In 2007, he would become the Strikeforce heavyweight champion.
The first ever Strikeforce World.
But Overeem's accomplishments were not limited to MMA. He made time to dominate the world of kickboxing as well.
The toughest guys in the world were fighting in K1. A lot of them whom came from Holland, they just went in there and tore it up.
And not even 3 weeks after winning the 2010 K1 Grand Prix, Overeem defeated Todd Duffy and became the world heavyweight champion in Dream. But in order to put a cap on his career, there is one more title he must attain.
Now the UFC is the hardest challenge there is. It just is. The best fighters are in the UFC right now. We're still going strong because we're fighting for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. 22 years training and competing, and it has been a ride.
Stipe Miocic is now UFC World Heavyweight Champion and deep into training camp for his first title defense on September 10th. But though he's on top of the mixed martial arts world, he stays true to his roots.
Take a little more of a turn on the second right hand.
Working part-time as a firefighter and paramedic. The champ isn't in it for financial gain. It is simply his passion.
I like staying busy. We got a bunch of good guys working tonight, so I mean, every guy I work with is good, so it's fun. I love helping people, man. It's a fun job. Yeah.
It's a part-time department. We're all here because we want to be here, including Stipe. Nobody's here because Stipe works here. When he comes here, he's one of the guys.
Partner, let's see your haircut. Oh, you got the Juve? Yeah. Ah, you got the Juve.
He hasn't changed a bit since the first day I met him. Walks through the door, it's laughs, high fives and handshakes, and it's down to business.
I remember when I got that when I was like 10. Oh, that's great.
I think 3 days after he left Brazil, winning the title, he was back to work for a 12-hour shift here just to see all the guys.
When are we camping this year? Can we go after my fight? I mean, it's like the week before. Like, can we like change it one time? Oh, sure. Yo, sure. You know what? I'm gonna make my own camping trip up.
He called it. He said he was gonna break the curse and he held to his word. We're so happy. It's fantastic.
In 2011, Alistair Overeem would make his UFC debut against the sport's biggest star. Former UFC heavyweight champion, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, of course, was a huge fight that people all over the world were tuning in to see.
Tomorrow can be pretty short.
It was one of the biggest fights with the biggest hype around it. The whole world had tuned in. It was my first fight in the UFC, and I did perfectly.
Let's go, come on! Here we go!
Big knee to the body. Brock is hurt.
The kick to the body. So much punishment to the body. This is going to be it. It is all over. Wow. Alistair Overeem has defeated Brock Lesnar.
And though it seemed like Overeem was on the fast track to becoming UFC heavyweight champion, it has taken a bit longer than expected.
As a fighter, you always think you're gonna just walk through everything. But when things don't go my way, I fix it.
That mindset brought Overeem to the Jackson Wink Academy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, home to some of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport.
Found a home at Greg Jackson's MMA, and Mike Winkeljohn and John Jones and Holly Holm, Cowboy Cerrone, Carlos Collinet, great people, great athletes. It's just a good energy atmosphere. I mean, everybody's helping each other. On top of that, there's no distractions here. There's no clubbing here, there's no ocean here. There's just a gym with nice people in it, and you go to the gym with pleasure.
Hey, you play poker?
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Give me this, give me this, give me this.
2-3 times a week, we come together, get some guys, some other fighters. Anybody cool? Anybody willing to put that $10 down for that pack of chips is welcome.
Check.
And we always have great times here. You check?
Check.
All in, bitch. When I look back and reflect on myself and my career, I've changed numerous times. Every 10 years, everything was completely different. The people I had around me, my personality went from left to right.
Look at that stack already.
Yeah. A big part of it is surrounding yourself with good people. That comes with age, I believe. We have here CR, the terrible Baraduzada. Yeah, from all the way from Afghanistan. Shooter champion, glory champion. We bring people together. Everybody cool is welcome, as long as it's good vibes.
Who's winning now?
Who's winning?
Who's winning now?
Who's leading?
Who's
I love to train here, to be here, to finish my training camps, and from here we go to the fight and we smash.
When you talk about decorated mixed martial arts fighters, they don't get much more decorated than this man. Big shots by Overeem here. Oh, he's hurt. That's it, he's out, he's out, he's out.
Man, he's such an imposing presence.
Beautiful knee to the body. Oh, excellent kick. Alistair looks sharp.
Oh, my goodness! It is all over!
As of December, Overeem had won 3 in a row as part of the Jackson Wink team, setting up a bout in his home country, the Netherlands. The opponent was not only one of the best in the world, but someone he knew quite closely.
So I fought Andre Arlovski, and he is my teammate.
The win over Junior Dos Santos has put him in this position to secure a heavyweight title shot if he can turn back his teammate Andre Arlovski.
You know, you see your teammate on the other side of the octagon, you see your coaches on the other side of the octagon. So it was like a little special feeling, but I tried to treat it as a sport, you know, made the best man win.
This as close as Alistair Overeem has been to a heavyweight title shot in his UFC career.
I like to come up with surprises. I just felt the perfect opening in the second round.
Oh, the kick and then the left hand. Overeem pouring it on. Rise up, big man. Alistair Overeem at home.
The roof went off, as they say in Holland. And yeah, it was one of the special moments that I always keep with me. We're one fight away from becoming UFC heavyweight champion, and all I can say is hard work pays off.
On September 10th, Stipe Miocic will face heavyweight legend Alistair Overeem in front of a packed hometown crowd in Cleveland.
It's always a dream to have one in Cleveland here, you know, and it's one of the first times we'll be able to fight and have, you know, everybody we know in the crowd and the people behind us.
Oh. Good.
The whole city is really hyped about our sports teams, and I think that day is just going to be an absolute celebration.
Yep, there you are. 5, 4, explode, 3, come on, 2, come on.
But Overeem won't go down without a fight.
If there's one guy who can ruin that Cleveland party, it's me. Stipe puts a lot of pressure. He wants to make it a fight. And those guys always, I do well against them.
7, 8, 9, turn, and go. Stipe matches up just fine with anybody. It doesn't really matter who you put in front of him. I'm going to be ready for him, and I think Stipe's going to run through him.
We're ready for everything. So he wants to come out swinging. Fabricio came hot at him, and we saw what happened.
5, go, 4, come on.
It's going to be an amazing fight for the fans. It's going to be a lot of fireworks. You know, we're going to be swinging. If something's going down, it ain't going to be me, though.
I'm going to be leaving Cleveland with the belt.